Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Friday, September the 20th. The year's 2024. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap up. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And as we end this week, just a friendly reminder, never lose more than you're willing to lose on any one single trade. It's called risk management. So, this week, we have seen something. We've seen the pound make a new high for the year. And right now, we are 159 pips above that weekly open, still above the wick zone of the last whole bunch of weeks. We're 65 pips off of that high and 159 off of the low. And all the gaps have filled. I believe it was which was one of these. Was it the dollar franc that hadn't filled earlier this week? Well, that's filled. Looking at the month, once again, new monthly high at 133.40, and which is also a yearly high. And you can see here, yesterday, we tested and broke through the upper and lower range of the weekly of this week. Same thing happened on Wednesday. Actually, no, we broke out of the upper range, not the lower range. I'm looking at, we tested the monthly high. We broke through that monthly high of the opening range of the month there at on Monday. We put the high for the opening range for the week. Then we went through that opening range for that high for the week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're still above it here on Friday. But notice we just dropped out of the upper wick zone of the Thursday candle there. About a little over 5, now 6 pips above the daily open. Once again, that new year high, and we are 63, 62 pips off of that high. Right on the edge of that monthly wick zone from last month. Inside bar, we've had some action. Not much, but we've had some action on that inside bar. Range, 71 pips. But take a look at the the yen pairs. The beast, pound yen, 329 pips of range, 221 over the open, daily open that is. For the dollar yen, 269 above the open. So I guess the FOMC definitely caused some movement in the markets. And you can see we were dropping back down into the buy zone today. Wouldn't want to buy right now. Got a red H1. And that candle just opened 7 minutes ago. Green rats. You might want to get ready, even though, like I said, we've got a red M30, a red hourly, and a red H4. Might want to think twice. But as always, need to trade what you see. This big red H4 here, back down through yesterday's high, closing in on the daily open. Bambino flex indicator said to be long, near the pivot long, and we haven't been near the pivot. We got near R1 but didn't quite make it and have reversed off of that level. Once again, missed pivot on the daily. We've got 2 missed pivots so far this month in September. Weekly pivot is also missed, and we had 2 missed pivots in August. And the monthly, we have taken out that monthly pivot. Oh, and I mentioned we're coming out of that upper wick zone from Thursday's candle. You can see here we just been floating around that wick zone. The range 225 for the week, 83 percentile over the last 12 weeks. And we broke out of the previous week's high by 183 pips, nowhere near the low last week. High minus close, 60 at the moment for the red rats, close minus low, 165 for the green rats on the weekly. And weekly crossover traders, high minus open 225, open minus low 0. We open and just shot straight up. Rare occurrence on a weekly. Simple price action chart here. Let me shift over to M30. As you can see, we came down near that open. We've got a new bottom of the hour M30 candle happening. And we'll see if we can, we might get the cover on the M30. Have to wait and see. But once again, H1, H4 red. Have to be careful. That H4 was a freight train for sure. Coming off the 2-ball, that was probably a 3-ball until this one put in. But you can see here that lower high. Just trading that lower high action, not being greedy. You can pick up some pips. We're almost going to turn that H1 green less than a pip away. Have to see what happens there. Looking here, M1 lower wick zone. Price is keeps opening above that mid dot, previous mid dot on M1. And in fact, I was talking with Walmart. It's like I used to just trade the daily mid dot on stocks, and then when I came to FOREX, I'm not sure why I went away from it. I guess it's just one of those things where I kept seeing other things to do, but just trading that mid dot can be profitable. Okay, time to take a look here. Accumulated range, as you can see, 1,041 now. So we've definitely pushed. We saw that on the chart. And so we're no longer, we're above, let's see, 2021. Next one we need to take out is 2012. So we're not lagging, but we're still on the low side. And once again, range by month. So far, September 338. So that's pretty much lagging, and we're going to have 6 trading days left this month. So there'll be an opportunity to move it up. We take a look at the ATR percentage. We're at 91, so that's not too bad. We look at the ATR, 374. So once again, based on history, you can see here that's the lowest ATR over the past 20 years for August, lowest ATR for July, for June, for May, for April, for March, February. We have we have 421 3 times, 2015, 2022, and 2024. So a tie for the less. And then January, We beat 2022 by a pip. We beat 2015. So, and that's a 20. So January was the only time this year that we didn't have the lowest ATR of the past 20 years. Once again, that's that price compression that we've seen. And just to take a quick look here, close minus year-to-date open percentage, 4.5. Not bad. Not bad at all. But unless you're a big bank or something, I doubt you've been sitting in the pound dollar for a year. So, that's pretty interesting. Once again, we are above the previous month's upper wick zone. We're above a bunch of previous months' upper wick zones. You have to go all the way back to, what is this? March of 2022 on the weekly. We zoom out to the month. So, yeah, March of 2022. Says buyers in strong control, above the wick zone, 156 pips above that monthly open. And we're well above the moving average, the EMA 5. Drop down to the weekly, above that EMA 5, above the open, above the previous week's upper wick zone. Previous range exceeded by 68, I'll call it 69 pips. Buyers strong control, above the previous mid, above the pivot, but we did not hit that pivot, and a higher high, higher low. Drop down to the daily, and above that moving average, or inside the upper wick zone on the daily now. Fade to pivot, higher high, higher low. So things are kind of looking up. I wonder if we'll hit 134. I'm not betting on it, but I'm wondering if we're going to get that high. 134. Guess we're just going to have to wait and see. If you look at the daily chart here, I'm not going for 135. I'm thinking 134 level. And we're about 114 pips away. Might be able to do it. So long as we're staying above indicator 2, we could ride it all the way. So, fellow traders, that just about wraps it up here for the week. I hope you've had a profitable day, week, month, and year so far. I'm going to wish you a fun and safe weekend. And once again, if you have any questions on things, and hey, I will remind Walmart, he said he'll give us that 3x5 card, so I'll try and stay on him about it. He's been busy with other things, so that's why he's not here today. Anyway, you guys all have a fun and safe weekend, and always remember, never forget when you're trading, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.